Okay, so hello everybody. This has absolutely nothing to do with the video that we're going to be doing today, but Pinga would like to say hello. This is Pinga. Pinga is a 13-year-old crested gecko. She's a precious girl. I got her, let's see, I was about 13, and she was about 2 years old. You were about a year and a half, so she's not quite that old. How old are you, love? Maybe 10? Yeah, she would be 10 years old. Yeah, let's go with that. But anyways, this is Pinga. Pinga says hello. Pinga's part of the intro. So Pinga's gonna go and hang out for a second. All right, honey, go ahead and go home. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing today has a lot to do with this. It actually started with this. Okay, so because this is an art channel and because I thought it would be kind of fun, we're actually going to be doing some random character designs. So if anyone is looking for some art inspiration, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So I found this on Pinterest today and I thought it looked super fun. It's the Roll the Dice OCs. So we're going to be making some characters. Exactly how many characters we're going to be doing, I'm not sure. It'll depend on how fast I can bust these out and how much detail I want to go into. So we'll see what we do. But first we have to figure out what our person looks like. All right, I'm gonna grab a sticky note just to see if I can remember what we're doing. Okay, so first thing we're rolling for is gender. 1 through 4 is going to be a man, and then 5 through 8 is going to be a woman. Let's see. We're gonna go for, I don't know, we'll see. 4. Okay, so we have a guy. Amazing. Okay, write down on my sticky note. So first thing, gender, male. I can already tell that this is gonna be difficult. I definitely focus more on female characters. So we'll see how that goes. Now for age, 5. Okay, so we have an adult male. Age adult. Species. Oh gosh. Oh no. I'm scared. 6. Dragonborn. Okay. Okay. Species. Dragonborn. Wow. Okay. That's gonna be fun. Is there an E at the end? I always forget. Man, I'm bad with English, guys. I've been in Brazil the last year and a half. I don't even know how to speak English anymore very well. Okay, now we're going for body type. 1. Okay, so thin. Body type, thin. All right. So I'm thinking that just from what I'm seeing right now, we're probably going to have someone that's a little bit nerdy. That would actually be super fun. So we'll see exactly what this is going to entail. All right, now for hair type. 2. Okay, straight. So we'll go with that. Okay. Hair type is straight. All right, now let's go for hair length. Let's try this out. 7. Oh, my choice. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, we're going with short hair. All right, hair length, short. Oh my goodness. I am not jinxing the dice, I promise, because honestly, I wouldn't have chosen pretty much any of this, but we're gonna keep going. Okay. All right, skin color. Let's see here. What do we want to do? We can work with any of this. 3. Okay, light skin. Skin color, light. hair color. Now this is where it gets interesting. Oh, the dice has spoken. It's 8 black. Ooh. Black hair. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm already getting the vibe that he's giving off. There's definitely a vibe here. All right, eye color. 1, blue. Oh, wow. Okay. Black hair, blue eyes. This sounds like a stereotype. I promise. The dice is choosing. The dice says what it wants. I guess. I don't know if I trust the dice. I'm not trusting the dice. I have to trust the dice. I don't want to trust the dice. The dice is scary. Okay. All right. I'm already out of that one sticky note. So let's keep going. Hairstyle. All right. Hairstyle. What are we rolling? I'm scared. Let's see here. Wait, but he has short hair. Can I do this is short hair? Let's see what the dice says. Let's see what the dice says. 5. A bun. He can't. You know what? We're gonna see what that means. That may not happen. That probably won't happen. But we will see. We will see what that means. Okay. Extras. We get 2 extras. Okay. Let's see what we roll here. A 2. No, I feel like I need to roll this dice better. Okay, you know what? We're going to roll it here. That's better. Okay, 3. This is my first day doing this, so we're going to learn right now. Okay, a backpack. Okay, extras. Backpack. And one more thing. Oh, I broke my lead. Backpack and let's see. 2, a scarf, backpack and a scarf. Yep, I'm already getting the vibe. I'm already getting the vibe. Definitely a vibe. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's fine. This is great. Okay. Clothing style. This is the last thing, and then we can start sketching out this character. Whatever the heck he was supposed to look like. 5. Okay, what does that mean? Formal. Okay, fine. It's freaking Why is it formal? Why did it have to be formal? It's fine. Okay, clothing style. Formal. Clothing style is formal. I'm sorry, I'm just dying in the background. Okay. So, this is so cursed. Okay. I'm scared. Yeah, go over there. Good riddance to you. This is the unlucky dice. It's an unhealing crystal. May it bring you much disservice. Okay, so because this does require color, we will be using, you know what, if there's one thing that doesn't get to be cursed, it's these wonderful markers. I use the Oahu's, which are a form of alcohol marker, which is honestly my favorite alcohol marker that I've used so far. And I've used quite a few of them. So we have our lovely set of alcohol markers. Absolutely gorgeous. If anyone is wondering what that in the corner is, that is Potato, my Cuban tree frog. He's growing. I live in Florida and they are an invasive species here, so he couldn't be set free back into the wild because they do end up eating other animals that are out there, so we just have to make sure that all of our native wildlife stays protected. But I keep reptiles and amphibians anyways, and I already had an extra bioactive habitat for him, so you know what? Perfect. And his name is Potato because he was found under our couch, so it is short for couch potato. All right, so we're going through the sketchbook. Blah, blah, blah. Let's find a blank page. Here we go. Who the heck is this guy? Okay, so we have a man. sorry. We're gonna look up a little reference here. I'm getting ideas, inspiration for what I want this person to look like. So, what kind of dragon is the biggest thing? I'm thinking nighttime. So, that actually sounds like a great idea. Let's do a nighttime dragon. I feel like this will be fun. Okay. Let's just see here. We're going to do a night dragon. Because why not? All right. Biggest question. How do we want this to look? He's thin. Kind of, maybe, I don't know. Maybe scholarly is what I want to say. Just formally. What in the world does that mean? Like, what do you mean by formal? Is it formal military? Is it formal dance party? Is this a business interview? I guess it's up to interpretation. I really should have been more specific on this. Yep. Okay. How long is this? All right, we're already 11 minutes in. I hope that I haven't lost anyone yet. Let's actually get to the drawing. Okay. We're just gonna start with a head and maybe think about his story. Okay, so thinner person. Why? Not very athletic. Okay. Maybe. Or maybe he's very athletic and that's why he's thin. I don't know. Who are you, my friend? He needs a name also. But I don't know who he is yet, so we can't decide on a name for somebody that we've never met. All right, let's see the center of gravity. Or, sorry, not center of gravity. Line of action. I'm gonna go right here. Yes, line of action is this way for sure. I don't know if that's the shoulder going down. I'm gonna say yes, that is the shoulder going down. And he has a backpack. Why would he have a backpack at a formal event? Why would anyone have a backpack at a formal event? I mean, I know why I would.
Did you finish?
Maybe he's an artist.
I'm talking to mine.
All right, maybe he's an artist. We'll see. And then from here, we're gonna go right here. I don't know. Also, something that you will find very easily that I am horrible at anatomy. So this is also me having my own practice time because why not? Let's see here. All right. No, that's not where that leg should go. Let's see here. How's this shirt here? Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so this young man, he needs a good name. He needs a really good name. He is the youngest in his line, and he is a little prince. Just a prince of this kingdom. We'll call his kingdom a Boca da Noite, the mouth of night. And if anyone has read a children's book, it is a reference to that children's book. It's a Brazilian children's book called A Boca da Noite, about two young boys whose parents talk about the mouth of night, which is basically what happens when night falls. They call it the mouth of night. And it's talking about how that mouth swallows everything in darkness, and then it retreats when the morning comes. which is so cool. And it's such a lovely story also. Let's see, I'm thinking a very loose backpack. Just something very, very, very loose. Because he's going on a journey. He's going on a journey, and even though he's in his princely uniform with his little coattails, I'm thinking a frock here, maybe. Is that what that's called? I actually don't even know what this is called. Little frocked coat. Yes. And he has his scarf on, so even though he's in his formal clothes, he has his little scarf. And he's on his way somewhere. Who knows where? Maybe he's going on an adventure. Maybe he's going out to see the world. Because he's been trapped up here for a little bit too long. You know how teenagers are. I know that me as a teenager, I wanted to be places. Just wanting to go places. Just wanting to explore and see what our world had to offer. And I mean, it's what I did on the mission. We go places and you see where you are. I lived in Brazil for the last 1.5 years, so this is very much inspired by that, I guess you could say. There's definitely a lot of inspiration of that on that side of things. Let's see. You know what? Let's say that he has some dragon feet. I feel like that's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll say that. There we go. And maybe he has it to where there's like this wrap on them. There we go. Again, I'm not the best at anatomy, but I'm also not, I'm not the worst at anatomy. Okay, back to his story. So, he's the youngest of his line of the Kingdom of Night. Oh, Aheno da Noichi. Not Boka da Noichi, but Boka da Noichi, but Heino da Noichi, Kingdom of Night. And what happens is that his family is in charge of a great creature. And it is a spirit being. And that spirit being is basically the embodiment of darkness. And what that is, and it's not actually a bad thing or an evil darkness, it's what brings night to the world. And what it does in bringing night to the world, this is wonderful. Okay, so in bringing night to the world, what it's going to do is make sure that everyone gets a good night's sleep. But the problem is that this youngest son didn't realize that he had to lock it up. And what happened is that it accidentally got out and he is now going to try and find a Boka da Noichi so that he can restore daytime. So the Prince of the Night is going out on a little adventure to restore the day. Brave little fellow. Such a brave little soul. I'm thinking silk dress pants. Very princely. Almost a sort of Arabian vibe, if that makes sense. Cuffed sleeves. Maybe with a button here. Again, my drawings are not the best. And I haven't even gotten to the face yet. Let's go right here. The pants. Big pockets. I feel like big pockets. I know it's supposed to be formal, but you know what? I have no talent for formal wear, apparently. He's kind of strutting along, kind of looking back behind him, just to see if maybe someone is following. And of course, the only one who would ever notice that the young boy is gone is his little sister. So maybe she'll make a reappearance here as well later on. I'm trying to push the dragon a little bit more. Oh, you know what? That's what else. There we go. There we go. Yes. Yes, this is much more dragon-esque. Hair nice and short. Kind of flowy, kind of soft. All right. Sort of deep set eyes. Very angular, almost cat-like. Yes, lovely. He's on a mission. Oh, yes. Young child, where are you going? And why aren't you supervised? Because you are definitely not meant to be unsupervised. Here's the question that always bothers me. Do I give Dragonborn a tail? And I don't know, because I feel like that would be weird. But some people like the idea of that, so I don't know. I genuinely don't know. And what makes him different than a fae? I mean, I guess that he does have scales, so let's bring those out a little bit more. And especially like on the bridge of the nose. Oh yes, that's much better. These eyes going back in. Yes. And then also, let's bring it along the ears, which when it gets inked in, it'll be a little bit more dramatic. Let's see. Let's give him some earrings. Find that jawline a little bit better. Oh, little one, where are you going? You let out the pet. You let out the family pet. I wonder what the pet looks like. I feel like it'd almost be like a lion-like creature. So you just have him going out trying to find the family pet. Has anyone ever heard the story of Herman the Worm? This is giving Herman the Worm vibes, where Herman the Worm eats the family. Yeah, except that instead of just eating the family, this time Herman the Worm decides to eat everyone else too, as in the whole kingdom of hundreds of people. Yeah, so we have our rough sketch. Let's try it out, just out of curiosity. Do I give him a tail? Do I give him a tail? Maybe. Do I like the idea of a tail? I'm okay with the idea of a tail. I mean, it's definitely more dragon-ish. I don't know. I don't know if I enjoy that. I'm like, I don't know. Do we think about wings as well? Perhaps, maybe. Wings are such an interesting thing. They're so expressive. I worked at a zoo as a volunteer when I was 13, and then I moved away at 17, but I stayed that entire time. So for about 3.5 years, I worked at the Nashville Zoo as a zoo teen volunteer, and during that time, I got to work with so many different animals, including a barn owl named Whitlock. Now, whoever has been around birds, and owls especially, I love owls, and I also love bats, which is definitely more of the dragon-esque inspiration here. But as far as the expressions that birds have with their wings, it's just something else. It's almost like its own language. It's just such a beautiful idea that they have of that defensive posture also. So if anyone is doing characters that have wings, I highly suggest looking up some different things on bird speak, which is just like the body language of birds and how they use those wings to communicate what they're feeling. They have defensive postures. They also have friendly postures or mothering behaviors as well. There's different things that birds will do that kind of demonstrate how they're feeling depending on the position of their wings, which is very cool. You can kind of see his are in an outstretched position, which I kind of seem to think is an excited or maybe a little bit anxious. He's not wanting to show it. He's still very much a little prince. So he's being the prince that he is. He's trying not to show just how much of trouble he's gonna be in. He's like, please don't follow me. I let out the pet. I let out the pet. He's like, I let out the mouth of night, and now everybody is in an eternal darkness. Great. It's amazing. Wonderful. My face doesn't show how incredibly stressed I am, but I am stress. I am stress. I am stress. I'm trying not to think about it, because when I do think about it, I'm like, I am dead. He is, yeah. Yes, his mother would kill him. She would have his hide. So yes, we have our little Prince of Night. I like the wings. I really like this. I'm very, very pleased with this. Okay. I will also be leaving links below to any art supplies that I use, if anyone is interested in purchasing some for themselves. Eek. Find my pens. Where did my pens go? Why is it so hard to find things in here? Pens. Yep, there they are. This is what happens when you don't have a designated art room. It means that everything is in your bedroom, and everything in your bedroom, you know, your bedroom is also the animal room, so, you know, the 12 reptiles and amphibians you share your house with are all in your room. And I love them dearly, but I need my own house. One day, when I'm not so poor. I am a young, broke college kid, so as young, broke college kids, you can't really afford much. So I live at home with my parents, as one does. Look how beautiful. Oh yes, look at the nose. I love it. I love it. I love this intense sort of expression. He's kind of looking behind him, looking out and over. I almost like to think that this is the last look he gives before he leaves home to go and find the mouth of night and save his kingdom. Go out, little prince. He does need a name. Let's see, what's dragon-esque? And what screams dragon and night? I know that, like, for female characters, a lot of people will use things like Luna. But, one, it's overused, and two, it's not very masculine. So, let's see. Not sure. What is your name, little friend? Oh, I know. Let's call you Orion. Little Orion, the prince. Orion. The Prince of Night. Yes. As we keep going, I'm thinking about incorporating constellations into those wings. Just making them stand out a little bit more. Let's see, as we keep going down here, along this way. Yep. And then very much like a very draping sort of outfit, just to make it seem almost silken, that coat. That sort of frock coat. His pants are a little bit less formal. I think that's because I've never actually designed. Actually, that's not true. I've definitely done women's formal pants, but you know, usually when I do formal things, it's actually like military wear, so they're like in armor, and I'm like, yes, this is formal, like they're going somewhere. Please don't hurt me. Okay, let's see. Please don't come after me for maybe not following this prompt exactly. I'm just doing my own interpretation. It's just what I want to do. I made the rules here, so there we go. Deal with it. If anyone has anything that they would like to add to this sort of story, or if there's something that anyone is thinking might be specifically interesting, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to check it out, because honestly, this is really cool. And I'm really enjoying it. That might be the best hand I've ever drawn. I'm very pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. Nobody's taking that from me. I know that there are many people who are far better at drawing hands than I am. Why am I so bad at drawing folds in clothes? Just so bad at it. I'm just going to go ahead and say that these are just very, very open-legged pants. Yes, we're just going to go for a very, very open, very flowy. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You'll need to unlock your iPad first.
Siri, I didn't ask you.
Doesn't look like you have an app named
Siri, stop, please. I didn't ask about ChatGPT. Siri, go to bed, please. Oh my gosh. Siri, I'll tell you a bedtime story after. She just says, I can't sleep, but I enjoy a good bedtime story. Help me, guys. She's becoming too smart. Siri, please go to bed. I know you can't sleep, but I'll talk to you later, please. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. AI needs to be stopped. It's actually to the point of being scary. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. I kind of like this pocket though. That's actually kind of nice. Does this go around the coat? Yes, it does. Darn it. That's okay. I can deal with that. I'm gonna go over here. Do some tendons. Or actually, these are bones. So this is the bone structure. What's really cool about wings is that they are an extra limb. They're quite literally just arms. Like they are, well, technically they're a hand, depending on which creature you look at. But they have a bone structure, just like any other limb. It's just that you'll also notice that usually it's on animals that have been not forced, but adapted to be bipedal because they were quadrupedal. But you're going to notice that 2 of those limbs turned into wings, which is super cool. As far as insects go, insects are interesting because those wings are still appendages. Like they're still like arms and legs. But what's interesting about insects is that they're not originally quadrupedal. Actually, a lot of primitive insects had a lot more than 6 legs, which is also why you'll see a lot of terrestrial insects with more. And then now, though, that specifically segmented body is just that 6-legged plan, which is so cool. And if anyone is really interested in insects, well, may I suggest entomology for you? It is absolutely wonderful. My boyfriend is an entomologist, and I'm currently working on my degrees in marine science, sustainable aquaculture, and then eventually I want to get my doctorate in herpetological studies. I love all things reptiles and amphibians. I am absolutely obsessed with snakes and lizards, which is also why my sweet gecko Panga made an appearance today, and she might look a little bit rough, and the reason for that is because she is old. She has been with me since I was 13. She's moved across the states with me, and she is an absolutely wonderful gecko. She now has a 48 by 18 by 18, no, not 48, 24 by 18 by 18 habitat, and completely bioactive. So if anyone is interested in bioactive enclosures, you can also check out my other channel, which is Southside Wildlife. And we talk about reptiles and amphibians and their care. I'm also working towards maybe taking in a little bit more of rescues. Quite a few of my reptiles are rescues. I have a Florida king snake that came from PetSmart as a surrender. I also have 2 corn snakes that were also, one of them was a surrender from PetSmart as well, because unfortunately a lot of people don't buy snakes from PetSmart, and I don't blame them because PetSmart is actually horrible about their care of reptiles. Depending on which store, of course. There are certain PetSmarts that do really well on their care and do have people that genuinely care. Unfortunately, the one closest to me has, it does have people that do care. The problem is that the system itself is really bad. And even though you get those people that care, those animals are not coming from qualified breeders. They're not coming from people that actually know reptiles and their care. And you also don't know which kind of genetic health problems they might have because they don't have the parents on site either. So, for example, a lot of times they'll sell fancy ball python morphs and it'll be a spider and they'll have a horrible neurological issue. And a lot of new time pet owners hear that ball pythons are super easy, so they'll buy one, and it ends up being one that's really not easy and also needs a lot of care. And I don't know about you guys, but if anyone has reptiles, you know how hard it is to find a good exotic vet. All right. Yes. Okay. Now, as we erase some lines, it's going to look a little rough. I always feel bad erasing my sketches. I actually don't enjoy erasing my sketches. In my other sketchbook, most of my drawings, actually all of my other drawings, are just done in pen. I definitely have taken a little bit more care and consideration on this to make sure that it's actually looking the way that it should. That eye is wonky. Let's see here. How do I fix that? Is that better? Yeah, we'll say that that's... Sure. I don't know if that helped the face or ruined the face. I liked the face before I erased the lines. Not that it's bad now, but it's also not good now either. Okay. Hopefully, adding color to this nightmare will make it better? Maybe? I hope? Oh, why is it getting worse? Okay. You know what? I was happy with it, and then I had to go and erase the lines. It's the legs. It's the legs that I have an issue with. It's definitely the legs. I'm not good at drawing legs. I'm really bad at it, actually. So, and now they're forever immortalized because I erased the pencil. I had to ink it in now. Why did I ink it in yet? Ugh. Everyone, this is the risk you take when you decide not to do this digitally. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to do some traditional art and have it look nice. It doesn't look nice. Okay. Okay. Let's begin with the wings, actually. I'm thinking this. Let's try it. I'm gonna go for this first. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes. Just a beautiful dark color. I don't know about anybody else, but there's something about the smell of alcohol markers that's actually really nice. Not like going up close to them, that's not a good idea, but just the way that they go on your paper and then the smell that they leave behind is actually quite lovely. It just reminds me of creativity. My computer is yelling at me. It's saying, Maya, you didn't finish your homework. I'm sorry, except that I'm not. I'm currently working on a paper about human and big cat conflicts because of territory loss. Can't lie. It's a very cool project. But also, I hate writing essays. So, I have a wonderful batch of essays that I have to write by tomorrow because I've been procrastinating them. And what am I doing as I'm drawing this? Still procrastinating. It's fine. It's fine. I'm doing better. I'm doing better. And actually, I'm almost done, so it's really fine. This is my little break time. I'm just making a video, and then it's back to writing my paper, because why wouldn't it be? Let's see. I don't know why I chose that color combination. Those do not match together. Ooh. Oh, but that's nice. That's actually kind of wonderful. Here's the other nice thing about this particular marker pad that I will be putting in the link in my bio, because look at that. It is dual-sided. You can use both sides, and it does not bleed. And I mean, you can layer the heck out of these markers, and it does not bleed, and it is wonderful. I am not sponsored by Wahoo. I'm sure that they've never even heard my name before, but I would love to be sponsored by them if they would like to sponsor me. I will not say no. And also because I love their markers. Like, this is amazing. They have excellent art supplies. Just, I mean, the quality of the colors and the amount of colors that they have. They have so many different sets. They have stuff for skin colors and skin tones in general. They have just beautiful tones of markers. And again, I love them. They're just amazing. Okay. As we're gonna do this, let's go over here again. Again, I don't particularly like this blue, but we're doing what we have. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? It'll match his eyes, because he does have blue eyes, doesn't he? All right, we got blue eyes. Dark blue. I like the idea of dark blue eyes. Just lovely. All right, here. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. I didn't like the blue-gray. Well, we're learning as we go. Again, it's very possible that coloring this could actually ruin it. Do I want that to happen? Absolutely not. Did I do it intentionally? No. But it is possible. It is a risk that we take as artists, that once you add color to an art piece, it may not come back to you. It's okay. Okay. I'm going to keep this to a minimum amount of damage. Okay. Let's see. If anyone is wondering what that sound is, that would be the Disney fireworks going off in the background, because you can see the Magic Kingdom fireworks from my house. If anyone would like to see those fireworks sometime, give me a comment below. Maybe we'll go and do some art like this actually in Disney. So if anyone would like to see us do some character design in Disney, and maybe even some Disney themed art, hit me a like, click the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Except that this is far from over. All right, we're already almost an hour into this. I am so sorry, people. We're gonna see if getting some stars in here might help it be a little bit prettier. Got some good little stars, some little constellations. Just some little random ones. More stars. If anyone is looking for some good character concepts for games, for example, roleplay games, and they're looking for some interesting character designs just for fun, if anyone would like to use these, you are more than welcome to them. Just as long as you please do give me credit for their creation, because this took a little bit of time. I mean, it didn't take a long time, but it took some time. You know, just an hour or so. And some good concept creation. And if you guys would like to do this yourselves, I highly suggest it. It's super fun. It gets your creativity flowing. Kind of feels like you're a part of the story. All right. Wow, those wings actually turned out significantly better than I thought that they would. Okay. Let's get some paint on those claws too. Just a little bit of brown here. There we go. Looks pretty nice. As for the scarf, I'm almost thinking a little bit of this Indian blue. Just enough. Yes. And we'll add some shading in there also. Different shades of blue, because I'm thinking about the nighttime. And very specific to not only the night, but the night sky. And I don't want it to be too blended in with the wings. So I want it to I want it to stand out at least a little bit here. And this Indian blue is just a gorgeous color. I will say also that these will dry lighter than they go on, just in general. So do keep that in mind if you end up getting some of these markers. All right. Ah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful. What else do I want to do on this scarf? Let's give it like a pattern almost. Maybe we wanted to add some. I don't know exactly what this is, but almost like an ink drop. Just something pretty. Yes. I like. Okay, and now for the coat. Let's see here. I'm thinking that for the pants, actually, before we do the coat, I'm gonna go ahead and say that pants should be black. Black is very formal. Black is a good color for that. I think that for the undershirt, I'd also like it to be black. One black on black. Let's see, they want his skin to be pale. So, said they want. I literally rolled the dice. I don't know what I mean by they. Yes, the fates have decided. The dice gods have rolled. You must obey them. Okay. Apparently. The Eldritch Council has decided we should not be worried about that thing that we are worried about. Instead, we should go out and get another snake. If only. If only. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. I want a banana-pied ball python so badly. They're just precious. And I unfortunately lost my rescue python recently. His name was Juno, and I loved him so much. Unfortunately, I bought him and he just absolutely failed to thrive. And I knew that he had health issues, but well, that's what I get. I know that a lot of people say go to Repticon, and yes, there are wonderful breeders at reptile shows, but there are also not so wonderful breeders at reptile shows. And for those not so wonderful breeders, they are not usually honest with you. So that is what happened to me, and I considered him to be a rescue because just in general, conditions were poor. I kind of knew what I was getting into. I thought that I had enough experience, and even though I did, I was wrong in thinking that I could fix that. So, unfortunately, I was unable to. But he was an absolutely wonderful little snake. He had 2 good years with me until it just didn't work out, unfortunately. But hopefully the next time I have a ball python, I can find one that's healthy. I would honestly love to have an adult now, just for the fact that I feel like an adult snake would probably be a little bit easier to judge that it is actually eating and thriving and doing well. And I will also make sure to get to know the breeders a little bit better. I was young, I was in high school, and very naive in my beginnings of animal care, so I am definitely more advanced now. I know more about what to look for and what to be careful of. So now I know. I do like that blue fade. It's giving very much a dragon vibe while still keeping kind of a human skin tone. My question was to actually play Dungeons and Dragons because I've been trying to get into it and I just haven't found the right group yet. But when I find the right group, I'm very excited because it seems amazing. Such a cool game. I played it with some friends in Brazil at one point. But question for you guys, are Dragonborn half dragon or dragons in human form? I'm genuinely curious because I don't actually know. And I would honestly like to know because that's really cool either way. And I feel like this is a really cool character concept. This is just my take on that idea. They are a fantasy creature, so I guess that they can be taken any which way you'd like. I don't know if that shadow was too dark or not, but part of me just loves patterns. There's so many good scale patterns and spots patterns. And honestly, another one that would have been absolutely adorable would have been a day gecko theme or oceanic. Ooh, that would have been pretty. You could do things based on like moray eels or mandarin fish, which are one of my favorite saltwater fish, or mantis shrimp. Oh, I love mantis shrimp. They are just a beautiful creature. They're so intelligent too. And they see in colors that we don't even have names for, which is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. See here. All right. His hair was black too, right? Let's see. Consulting the sticky notes. What did I get wrong? All right. Thin body type. Check. Adult. Check. He's still the youngest son, but he is an adult. Okay. Species, Dragonborn. Yes. Hair type, straight. Yeah. I mean, it's short, so yeah. Skin color, light. Black hair. Blue eyes. What else have we got here? All right, you crazy. Backpack and scarf, and then clothing style is formal. Okay, yeah, we hit all the things. I did roll for a bun, but the fact that his hairstyle was short, I was like, no, that's not happening. That is absolutely not happening. Ooh, the dark hair is nice. Very, very nice. Very cute. Very cute. I approve. Okay. I better approve. I'm the one that made it. You know how sometimes you would just reject your own art? Yeah, this could have been one of those. It wasn't, thank goodness. But it could have been. It could have been. Let's see here. Make these horns the same color as those claws. I love this like bronze color because it just reminds me of almost gold. I'm actually going to add that to the outfit a little bit too. Just this lovely like amber color. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Do I want to add more black? No. I'm going to go for a gray over here. A nice mid-tone gray. Yes. Yes, this is nice. Just an underneath. Very nice, very simple mid-tone gray. I am actually also going to do gray here. And gray here. Just to kind of show he's not just walking on nothing. There we go. And let's see. We still want it to be formal again. So I feel like I want to add a bit of patterning here. Yes. I like this. Yep. Just a little bit of color, or a little bit more color into this outfit. And I'm not sure what I want, but I am half tempted to say I'm leaving it white. Going back over with some shading. I like the shading in blue. It's actually quite nice. Yeah. Well, there's our little friend. All right, Orion. You have a life now. Well, guys, thank you for joining me. We only made it through one character because these took a lot longer than I expected. But thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.